Now, when this song was made, crazy things are happening. I think it was specifically made for this night tonight. Things are happening, oh. Now, I have just a few questions. Why do women stop doing the things they used to do before marriage? Is it even morally right to go clubbing with your mother-in-law? And how can you develop feelings for your partner's mother? You're welcome to another exciting episode of The Broken Pen. You can join the conversation on all of our social media platforms at MX24GH with the hashtag Broken Pen, or send us your messages via our WhatsApp number 0550-331-511. My name is Yabita and I'm trying to fix this broken pen with, drum roll please, he is an actor, a director. I did a little snooping around, so I know all of these things. He's an actor, he's a director, and he's a pastor. Also, he told me he is a lecturer. It's 4 things in one. I will ask him if he's or not. He understand. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got a Mr. Daniel DeLong. Hi.
Hi.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I know I've said a lot of good evenings, but
yes.
I am excited to have you on set tonight.
Sure,
I know that you are the right person for tonight's conversation, because this is quite the conversation we're about to have tonight. So thank you so much for coming.
Sure.
And we've got, of course, we've got a guy and we've got a lady, and she's an HR an administrative officer. She goes by the name Esinam Zu. I mentioned it right?
Well, it's Esinam, but
Esinam.
yes,
okay.
But you got the last name.
The last name.
Yes.
Like, see, Zico was giving me fans because I mentioned it. But Esinam. Okay, well, Esinam.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
I am thrilled to have you here. Thank you so much. But guys, before we start, remember Telecel says you're about to have the world at your fingertips, because what? The wait is finally over. Telecel is here. Now you have everything you want and more. Quick and reliable communication, stress-free money transactions via Telecel Cash, transforming your big business idea into success stories with Telecel Business and more. Connect with Telecel and enjoy a world of endless possibilities, because with Telecel, there is no limit to connections. Telecel, connecting energies. Now, our broken pen tonight is titled, I'm Into Our Mother. Let's try to fix this broken pen. After this short commercial break, we'll be right back.
We are back, bringing you the latest lineup from Betway. Betway starts strong with their front two, with Free Play Friday and Swipe Bet. In the middle, you've got all the control with Cash Out and Build a Bet. Plus, with Win Boost, you can boost your sports bets. At the back, they have Smart Picks and the partial daily jackpot.
You always get way more with Betway.
This
advert has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. No under 18. Terms and conditions apply. Betway. Get way more.
This is a call to you. The dreamers. The ones that see no boundaries.
Dreamers take a chance.
The explorers that chart their own path.
Unlock the vibes, connect the energy.
The ones that dare to challenge the status quo.
Get connected, feel the vibe.
When others try to think outside the box, you wonder, what box?
Catch the wave, enjoy the ride.
To the architects of their journeys. Every connection is an opportunity to explore every experience. This is your call to adventure. Your journey begins here. Be bold, be daring, be free. Connecting passions, connecting dreams, connecting ambitions. Telecel.
To repair this broken pen from our studios here at MX24 TV, of course, we need something refreshing for our parched throat because it's going to be a long night and we've got Nags Cocktail Bar and Calabash. Of course, you know, I hate to admit, but this is my favorite part of the show where I get to, you know, enjoy some cocktail. Neddy, I won't set it down. Let me take a sip. See, it's always on point. Thank you so much, Nags Cocktail. We're back, guys. We're back. We're back. Now, Nag says, embrace that enchanted spectacle that will leave memories worth repeating with your guests. What's your vibe? No matter your take or vibe to life, we've got you covered. Nags Calabash and Cocktail Bar is your best plug for all your local and cocktail needs. You can call them on 0241 487 904 or reach them on their social media handles at Zicopai on Instagram and Frank Cock on TikTok. Let me remind you that there's a very interactive show, so you can send your comments, your opinions, your reactions on all our social media platforms at MX24 TV or via our WhatsApp number 0550-331-511. And now to the elephant in the room. Guys, our story for tonight. Let's get into it. So, can we have it on our screens, please? Great. My guest, please pay attention. My wife is a very beautiful woman. She has everything a man would want in a woman. But when they said opposites attract, they also said birds of a feather flock together. I'm a very outgoing person who loves to have a lot of fun. My wife, on the other hand, is very reserved and conservative, whose idea of a fun night is a quiet stay at home. She used to be hot though, still is in a way, but since we got married, my wife, aside her lack of interest in all the things we used to do, has also stopped dressing how she used to. I'm not saying I want her to be going out scantily dressed or anything, but at least when we are alone, try and make an effort for me instead of just wrapping a cloth as you walk around the house. I found a kindred spirit in the most unlikely of person you could ever think of, my mother-in-law. Side by side, my mother-in-law looks like the fun-loving, hot older sister of my wife, and whenever we're together, we get along really well. Things took an awkward turn when my wife's mother came over to spend a couple of weeks with us, and I was very excited to have my partner in crime with me for a little while. We did a lot together. We went for many different fun outings, which my wife declined to join, so they turned out to be like I was going out on dates with my mother-in-law. I didn't mind at all because our vibes were on the same wavelength. One Friday night, we went out clubbing, which, surprise, surprise, my wife once again declined to join. But I wasn't perturbed at all because I was having the time of my life with my favorite person. Your mother-in-law is your favorite person. Okay. We danced the night away, and a couple drinks later, I was certain that anyone who knew us would say our dance was inappropriate for a man and his mother-in-law. But I didn't care, and judging by how she was grinding on me, neither did my mother-in-law. Neither of us was in any shape to drive when we were done for the night, so we found a guest house nearby to spend the night. I like the way Esinam just arched her brows. I called my wife to inform her of this development, and she lauded the decision not to drive in our condition. As we got ready to go to bed, my mother-in-law began to undress right in front of me, and I could feel my eyes doing their best to get closer to their target. There was another part of my anatomy doing the same, if you know what I mean. My mother-in-law, standing in her lingerie, looked up at me with a mischievous smile on her lips. "Do you like what you see?" she asked me as she walked over to me in a sultry way. Brothers, if you were in my place, you would love what I was looking at. Seeing is an understatement. My eyes were drinking her all the way in. By the time I got a hold of myself, we were kissing in a very passionate embrace. Then, in a moment of pure torture, my mother-in-law broke it off, and I couldn't tear my eyes away from the view she gave me as she walked off to get in bed and went to sleep. Nothing more happened between us that night, but even though she's left us since then, that night has stayed with me. I love my wife very much, but I can't get her mother and that night out of my head. I can't even look at her the same way I used to. People, what can I do about this situation? How do I fix this broken pen? What a wonderful, fantabulous story. But before you even get into the conversation, remember that you can contribute to the show by sending in your thoughts, your opinions, your reactions to our WhatsApp number 0550-331-511, 0550-331-511, or you can also join us live at MX24GH on all platforms. We are live on Twitter, we are live on YouTube, we are live on Facebook, we are even live on Instagram. So you can catch us live on there and then leave your comments on our social media platforms. Now, Betway says, yes, so cool. Their customer dam may be big, but Betway's cash out is bigger. Our enhanced early partial and auto cash out feature lets you cash your bets out early, cash out a portion of your ongoing bets, or even set your bets to cash out automatically. All this to give you way more control over every thrilling bet you place. Sign up today at betway.com.gh. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Remember, all the bettings are regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18 betting, we beg you. Betway, get way more. Now, my guest.
Yeah.
We all heard the story. We heard his descriptions, which are quite vivid, by the way. He gave a very vivid description. Zico, you heard the story. Very, very, very clear picture. That was a picturesque description he gave.
I love the story.
You love the story?
That's what today I really love the story.
You love the story. And today you are giving us all of your opinion because we're having some conversation before the show started. You remember? Mm-hmm. Good one day. Now I'll start with Mr. DeLong. Why do you think some married women stop doing the things that they used to do before marriage? Like, once they get married, they are like, oh, I'm not going to be there, you know. I want to be like, I don't know what the idea is, but then it's something that people have observed and noticed. They get married and they stop doing the things that they do.
You see, first of all, I'd like to say good evening to all your viewers. Now, here's the thing. I really wanted to hit on some things on the story.
Yeah.
But let me answer your question first. When people get married, here's the thing. It's like you're buying a new car. Let me pick the ladies. Since I'm flanked with two ladies, let me just go. You probably bought a wig you really wanted to get, like maybe a Bone Street or something expensive, and you buy it. Now watch this. You go through all the hustle to buy that wig.
The wig.
Every time going, you didn't even care how far the place was. You will still go and get a wig. Now when you take the wig, this is what happens. You come back home, first day, you go and come, you hang the wig.
Yes.
Second day, you hang the wig. Third day, after 2 weeks, the same wig, very expensive, you come, you throw it on the bed. It's not that it's not expensive. It's not that you don't want it. But it has become so part of you that you just unconsciously throw it on the bed. And then you sleep. Wake up in the morning, pick it and hang it. You go and come. And so when people settle and they get married and they start living as a couple, that part of them that feels like I have become one sets in. And so if I used to put my shoes there well whenever you come to visit me during courtship, now we are together, that is when you're going to know that when I wear shoes and I get home, I throw you one, you throw one. So you have to probably pick them.
Put them together.
And then that's when you realize that I wear one boxer for 1 week. You know? There's so many things you get to know. So we get used to it. And you see, these things, the truth of the matter is this. When it comes to marriage, things that must be done must be intentional. It has to be an intentional thing. If you don't make it intentional, I'm telling you, you won't have it. You won't have it. Worst of it, if you even go to marry a business-minded man or a business-minded woman, they carry it everywhere. I wanted to get married. So every part of me was into this marriage. So like business, focus is there. As soon as I get married, okay, married done, start looking for money. So, yeah, honey, yeah, hi, honey, ciao, ciao. Oh, he goes to come. I'll come back and meet honey. Let's go and look for money. I come back. So these things, it's not like they want to stop doing it. They feel, okay, this is the phase. We are done. The focus is now maybe building a family. That's how some people will tell you, you know what, we can't start building family now because I left this business to come and tackle that business. Now that we've tackled that business, I need to go back to this business. So those are the things that happen. And it's not intentional. It just comes naturally. So if you really want to sustain the things you used to do whilst you were courting and whilst you were dating and all those stuff, if you really want to sustain it, then please, you will have to be very intentional. Extremely intentional. You understand? Exactly. So because I still go. Last Sunday after service, we're coming home after service. Then I'm like, okay, honey, let's go to the restaurant.
Oh, just like that.
Just like that. Let's not go home eat. Let's pass the restaurant with the kids. Everybody. We just went there with the kids. We ate. When we finish, when we go home, we slept.
It'll be
slept in the evening.
I mean, you get the night off from cooking and
exactly.
all
so
of that.
We wake up later in the evening around 7, 8. Everybody found a way to take a nap. And then we're like, okay, are we going to do ice cream or are we going to do some pie and some juice or whatever? Then just for the night and the rest. So once in a while, we used to do this, okay, because the partner you're marrying is very important. And that partner probably tell you what they are comfortable with. And you see, this one I can relate more because my wife is very
reserved,
very extremely, highly,
wow,
very very reserved.
Then
you
it's
understand?
good we're
But she
tackling
was
this.
going out to the movies with me. She was going out. She will follow, but she's reserved. So those times probably, okay, the man I want to marry, okay, let me just. But when we just settle, you know, sometimes, baby, let's go here. Then she tells me, baby, I'm tired. And truly she's tired. But those times she was also tired. But she said, yes, let's go. And those times I'll probably have to go and pick her from her house, or she'll probably have to meet me halfway the journey. But this time we are all in the house. There's no picking anybody. Let's go to. Maybe I'm tired. So it happens naturally.
I understand.
But if you want these things to work, you have to be intentional and you have to understand each other, basically.
I see. S&M, what do you think we women? Look, let's be very honest. We women, we do everything that we can. We go the extra mile, even if it requires us. And then we get married and everything. We're just like laid back. I got what I wanted. I'm chill. Why do you think we do that?
Well, I think it might come from what we see our parents do also. I think unconsciously we pick up certain things. I know some of us would say, oh, I've seen my parents do this in their marriage. I'm not going to repeat the same thing.
Yeah.
But unconsciously, we are picking it up. So we do it without even realizing we are doing it. So I feel, yeah, we do it unconsciously. So as he said, we need to be intentional about certain things. So yes, you need to be intentional. You need to be very aware of whatever it is you're doing in your marital home so that you make sure you do not repeat the same things that you're doing. Because yes, of course, I'm sure majority of us have seen our parents or our moms having a cloth around them, walking around the house, cleaning something or picking something up, or maybe like washing dishes or in the kitchen cooking. You would see it and you're like, nah, this is not me. When I get married, I'm going to be wearing the hottest stuff. I'm going to be
loungewear.
Some people even go to the extreme of saying they'll be walking around naked in the house.
You like that.
But as we've seen with this story, she's doing something I'm sure her mom or somebody she saw somewhere do, and unconsciously she's repeating the same thing. So as he said, I agree. You need to be very intentional. Also, you need to be very aware of whatever it is you're doing. So once you catch yourself doing the same thing or something you said, oh, I'm not going to repeat, quickly you change things up and then you're good to go. I think as time goes on, it becomes a part of you. You don't even need to think about it. You just move on and you're good to go.
It's very impressive. Now I'm going to our cocktail stand. Zico, if you dated somebody that was, even though they are very reserved, but you know, they would come out with you, say at the time you were dating, you had to come here, she would come with you, she would sit behind and just be waiting for you. And now you got married. And now you're saying that, oh, baby, you know, I have this thing, do you want to come with me? Oh, I'm tired. What would you do?
So, our first episode, a comment came up.
Yeah.
Have a friend and stop courting or stop dating. I'll quote from Foster.
It's better to date your friend.
Yes. So, I believe if it's friendship and that you guys build in that way and you took it through marriage, it will stay. Me, I see my friend in clothes. It's nice. I enjoy it. Yeah, so it depends on. It depends on the type of.
You're enjoying it. This you are enjoying. Are you sure you enjoy it for viewing pleasure?
For my eyes, for my eyes. We are besties.
For hack.
Oh, we are besties.
If you want to grab, you can grab. Because you, dear, I don't trust your ankles at all. But okay, Zico, thank you very much. Now I'm coming back to Mr. DeLong. As a man that you are, I mean, you did say that your wife is like that, but now you try to, you know, but if you were in this situation, this very situation the man has described with the mother-in-law and everything, what would you do?
In the first place, he mentioned brothers. If we're in my shoe, we are not brothers, please.
The association, the men's association.
Yeah, I really want him to disassociate.
Yes.
Brothers from that.
Because brothers are not associating themselves with you, my
brothers
dear.
Understand what family is, please.
Oh, chairman.
Yeah.
Zico said, oh, chairman.
Oh yeah, brothers understand family, please. Okay. We don't hate on family.
Chairman,
brothers don't hate on family.
Please, chairman.
Sincerely, from my angle, from my training, you see, I'm not.
Gender. It's a gender.
I am.
Forget about the. It's a gender.
Listen, I am going to talk today devoid of any pastoral association.
Yes.
Like I'm talking as
a man.
As
gender. Be a man. Now.
Nothing religious. Nothing
be a man.
with my background as a pastor.
Be a man.
My focus is the fact that I am Daniel DeLong.
Okay.
Listen, we don't hate on family. That is my rule.
No sisters, no mothers, no
we
daughters.
Don't hate.
No.
It's a no-go area.
It's a no-go area.
Now here's the thing. I just want to point some things out clearly.
Yeah.
Per the story. He said, brothers, I take that one out. Now, something happened. The guy said, my partner in crime. When did that start? How did your mother-in-law become your partner in crime? Where from?
Because they had been going on fun dates.
Then he made another statement that my something friend, I think the day they were going to the club, he said, But something.
There was a word
gave another. Yeah.
He said his favorite person, his partner in crime.
Yes. Okay, now let him give all the jargon. You are telling us your favorite person, your partner in crime.
Yes.
And you are now calling out baddest when you are in the soup. Really? Yeah. And the next thing too is
it's Zico's face for me. That is why I'm laughing.
And the other thing too is the lady.
So blame it on the lady.
The lady, I'm not blaming it on her. I'm not blaming it on her.
Blame it on the lady.
See, if it's about blame,
blame it on the
girl
lady.
is totally out. Though she has something. The guy,
blame it on the lady.
Listen,
I feel like you could have had a conversation with her.
even if, let me put it this way, even if the girl carried her husband, that I'm giving you to my mother, that guy should have still said no.
No,
even
if Abraham couldn't, Abraham did.
Are you Abraham?
Did not say no.
Are you Abraham?
When Sarah said, Abraham did not say no. When Sarah said,
Abraham?
Go for her.
Have you been in marriage for? That's going to the Bible, gentlemen. Have you?
We're not going to the Bible.
Abraham.
I'm just diverting small. Please, David could not say no when he saw the captain's wife.
Listen.
Are you David?
Listen, Zico.
Please, I'm Zico here.
Hold it. If you are going towards Abraham,
no. Let's not do that.
Somebody who has been waiting for a child for how long? It's a different ballgame.
Yes.
This one is only developing because
David?
He has somebody to go out.
What about David?
The time
he said, my captain. Go war, make a girl wife chop.
No, we say go make a girl wife.
He said that do he plan now.
No,
he plan now.
No,
he plan now.
No,
he sent letter. He plan.
Okay, DeLong, why do you say David didn't plan it?
I'm saying he didn't plan because you see, when the unfortunate thing happened, though it could be by his and the fault. Then maybe how they go about that. He saw a woman bathing. He's a king. Let's understand this boy. What is his position? This is a king.
I saw my mother-in-law. I saw my mother-in-law. And my mother-in-law. That's what I like. She loves the club. Seriously,
Wait, first things first.
She loves the club.
Is this mother-in-law?
She's hyper like I am.
To be doing such things.
Exactly.
No, she's hyper like I am.
We are placing certain this one on, but the mother-in-law to it is very wrong.
No, listen. I don't even care if the mother-in-law gave birth to the girl at the age of 16, where probably the girl is even 25 or maybe 30 years, the mother-in-law will probably be 46 and she still looks hot.
I mean, you describe her as the hot older sister.
I don't care. There are two people here who knew what they were about.
Yes.
And that's the mother-in-law and the boy.
Yeah.
We go to a club.
Yes.
And then you call your wife to tell your wife that you are so drunk that you can't drive.
That's good.
And then your mother-in-law is also so drunk.
No. But
what kind of mother-in-law is this?
No, but will it be okay that my wife sleeps in the house and gets a call?
You have had an accident.
For me.
Okay.
Husband.
Okay. So if
they're drunk, they're dead.
If the mother-in-law was home.
Yes.
And the guy was out there with another woman.
Yes.
Would the mother-in-law say they should go and sleep in the guest house?
No.
With the mother-in-law.
Yes.
Accept that
She wouldn't
the daughter should allow the
yes.
husband to go and sleep in the guest house.
She wouldn't.
See,
She would tell
one,
this
one, the ball you are trying to play.
No, Zico. Let's just focus on
I
the
have
story.
another question.
Let's focus on the story.
If she called or he called to say they were going to sleep in a guest house, is the lady trying to say she didn't have a car to ask for a location to pick them up?
She actually loaded them for that decision.
Or even say,
blame it on
I
the
am
lady.
going to order a ride so you guys can come home.
Let's say the lady is
Just blame it on the lady.
Mature people.
Yes,
and
blame it on the lady.
Mature people that are drunk. There were so many ways they could have come home.
If you don't know somebody, you don't know somebody. On the most the boy knew the girl's mother more than the girl.
Yes.
Because you know why I'm saying this?
I don't agree with you.
Because sincerely, because there's this lady who told me that she visited her mother with her husband just on a festive day. Then when they go home, the mother wanted to eat fufu. 3 guys, the lady's younger brothers, 3 strong guys were home.
Yeah.
When the cassava and everything was ready, then the lady's mother was like, "Oh, I said, oh my son, mama, yeah, fufu." And the guy was green. Then the woman said, then the lady says, "Ma, baby, honey, don't worry, I'll do it." And then the man said that. And then the woman went and said, "Ma, open so fufu. No, I can't. No."
Yes.
They say, that's so cool.
Yes, so that's a woman. Yes, so that's a woman.
No, listen, now this, what the woman did was,
yes, but the girl in our story is being a girl.
She said, I know my mother.
Okay.
If this husband does it today,
Yes.
anytime he will come to this house,
Yes.
my mother,
So she said
exactly.
Yeah, so that's a woman.
She set boundaries.
That's a woman.
So the girl doesn't know her
So
mother.
wait,
No, but the one in our story is a girl.
On the wife?
Yes,
On the
100%.
wife.
Oh, Zico, the wife didn't play her part to her. I understand.
No, she's a girl.
But for the decision of
She's
the
a
guy,
girl.
But the guy
even
made
go-
that decision.
She's a girl.
Okay, guest house. Guest house.
She's
Okay,
a
what
girl.
about
Fine,
the
guest house.
No.
Why do you go to the same
Why?
room?
Why do you go to the same room?
They
Why
could
is the
have
mother
taken
coming out with a
different
lingerie? Are you for real? You go to club, you come out.
Oh, no.
It's like the whole
It's
thing is
more like it
planned.
was planned.
It wasn't.
It does
Hold on, why would
look
you say
like
it
that.
was planned? See, what I see is this.
Why are you trying to defend iniquity, my brother?
What I see is this. What I see is this. Both parties had this plan in their hair.
And the
That
woman-
if I
the
get
mother-in-law.
you,
So,
if I
I'll
get you,
need
I go
to-
use you.
This
The
one
boy
to say
too.
if I
Yeah.
get you-
So see.
That's why I'm saying you shouldn't call us brothers. Because
It's a gender
preconceived
thing.
mind
No,
there.
yes,
It's a
you
gender
shouldn't
thing.
call them brothers. Dylan won't do that. I don't want to do that. You can associate with him.
Yeah, there's nothing in this world that will let me do it. Why?
Oh,
So
doing,
Zico, okay,
oh, now
Zico.
doing my mother-in-law, it go strong.
So,
They go
so,
that is
so are you a brother?
But
Are you a brother?
but
In his
doing
context, are you a brother?
by doing an older woman.
No, that is
it
not
go
it
strong.
now.
No.
Mother-in-law.
But doing my
Mother-in-law.
mother-in-law, if my wife is dead and my mother-in-law fine, it no good strong. I feel close my eyes too.
Seriously. Okay, wait, Zico. I'm going to start this
Somebody just
conversation on
did.
you.
Somebody actually just did. What? And you know who that person is?
Who?
The devil. He just did that to this guy.
The devil said, Zico, you don't...
What?
I'm sure even the angels in heaven are shocked.
So
Like,
Zico,
really?
Zico, falling in love with your mother-in-law.
Yep.
Do you think it's a psychological or emotional problem? Or maybe otherwise? And now you think that it's fine?
Oh, love has no boundaries.
There's
We
no
don't-
Love has no
nobody
anything
else
but
is
psychology.
last.
We don't.
This is not love,
It's feelings. They
I don't
come
think this
out.
is love.
Feeling.
Look at the way he
No,
described
no,
the
no, no.
situation.
Yes.
It is not love.
See.
Do you like
I'm
what
living,
you see?
I'm living.
Do you like
yes,
what you see?
Yes.
It's coming from
Yes.
your mother-in-law.
Your mother-in-law,
Yes,
and
I'm
you'll be
living-
sitting down
I'm
there.
living
you're
with a
okay.
child in the
I'll
house.
leave the room.
I'm living with a child in the house.
Oh.
I'm living with a child in the house. And I've gone out. And I'm seeing my mother-in-law being the woman I want to see. Seriously.
So
Why get
why
married
wait?
in the
Why
first
did you marry the lady in the first place?
Why get married
And
in the
if
first
this is
No.
what you like,
So the
why
question
didn't
is,
you
go
get
in.
the same thing
Yes.
for your wife?
Okay, so the question, if you come back to me, is this. The lady, if you listen to the story, and
Yeah.
if I'm not getting it wrong, she was hyper a little bit before the marriage.
The marriage, yeah.
If I read in between the lines, that's
Yes.
how I see it. She was hyper a little bit.
And then
When they
after
got
marriage, she
married,
went-
yes. And this is Africa. It's boring. It's very boring. And we watch a lot of telenovelas and
Zico.
we watch.
Zico, why?
So why will you marry and come and be
but
like
Zico,
my great
grandmother.
grandmother
this
who
Zico.
stayed 17 centuries was no.
But Zico,
Gas is
So
there.
you expect your wife to be a little, you know,
Be
active.
active, you know.
Zico,
I'm just
you know-
watching TV.
you know the
Come and
problem?
run, jump on me.
No, Zico.
Baby.
No, listen.
Zico, you're living in a
Do you know the
different
problem?
world.
I'm dreaming in my head.
Zico, do you know the problem I
Zico
have
is
with
living
men?
in a different
Do you know the
world.
problem I have with men? Though I'm a man,
Yes.
the problem I have with men is when men come talking. Let's look at this story. Men come talking about, and she is not doing it anymore. As you see, have you looked at it from the
Her
time she was doing it,
perspective.
how her time was, and now that she's married, you think she's just sitting down? Have you looked at what she's even doing for you? That keeps her busy, tired, all those things.
What
have you
is
taken
she doing for me
What
that
are you
I
saying?
can't
You see,
do for
Nipa
myself?
na Abeka na asem o.
Oh, Chem.
No. Let's be fair to women here. Nipa na Abeka na asem.
I understand.
But you don't know what the woman is doing.
It's not you coming. But see
Okay.
you coming.
Look, I agree
I'll
with
chip
him.
in.
I agree with Danny
Yes.
because one, you can't tell me that because you're married to her, you're expecting her to stay the same way she was when you were
Yes.
courting.
Yes.
Definitely, that is not going to happen.
Exactly.
She will change because now she's a wife.
Yeah.
We don't know if there's children in the picture.
Okay.
So let's say she's a mother. She has to take care of kids. I'm sure, but she wakes up very early in the
And
morning.
I'm pretty sure she was
has
also
to
taking
make
care
sure.
of the mother who is visiting.
I'm sure.
So imagine.
She can't get up and say, okay, we are going out, so I would also...
Okay. So the
Yes,
picture we are
someone
getting
needs
wrong
to
is
stay
this:
here.
we have 2 kids in the house. The man is a kid. he's still living like I'm living. Even though I'm old, I still have fanciful dreams. Do you get it?
Yeah.
The wife is a kid. Because as a matured man, you will groom your wife.
And the woman is a baby.
The
mother-in-law is a baby.
And you would
She's not even a kid.
No.
She's a baby.
The mother-in-law is a slave queen. Like she's slaying it out.
She's a demon. Well arranged, well packaged.
She's slaying it.
Exactly.
She's slaying
marriage.
it. She's slaying it. See, so as a man,
Okay.
I was thinking a man too would be grown enough.
Would you have laid with her?
The man would be grown enough.
Would you have laid with her?
But she tried. You see.
No.
You see.
Do you know the woman
tried?
Is that the woman
he
gave him a deep kiss?
Yes.
And then she knew what she was doing.
You know what that
What
is?
would you do?
But the guy,
it's got a lead on.
yes, but the guy.
And then I said from that time, it has
See,
now.
it has-
When I'm done, people
Oh,
wait.
nah. Me sitting here there like that day.
Just a kiss now to me.
Me sitting here there like that day. I'll try and make a move.
You try.
I'll try and make a move.
Zico, and
Put me in a deep kiss. See, and they say, and a man fell into a deep sleep. What came out of him? A woman. So if a woman puts me in a deep,
I'm not anyone.
Something nice will
But
come out of me.
S&M.
Please, let's just say this.
Yes.
I'm never going to marry a man like this.
Your house will be lovely. Your house will be very lovely.
S&M, would you describe the situation in which the man is being able to even fantasize about your mother-in-law and assume that you are in love with her? Is that a psychological or emotional problem?
Well, I'd say it could be both. When we say psychological problems, I'm sure maybe as a child, he had some sort of crazy fantasy where, or maybe the things he watched. A lot of people of late have a lot of fantasies from the pornographic movies they watch, where you'd see a young guy sleeping with his an older woman or his stepmom or something like that. So I'm sure this playing out is more like, oh my God, my fantasies have finally come true. So he is just going to go with the flow, see where to take us. I'm not sure he's thinking about what this is going to do to his marriage, what this is going to do to his wife. I don't think he's looking at that. One, a lot of people are going to see you and judge you as like
that weird dude who fell in love was
lasting after his mother-in-law. Or some people might say, oh, you're a hard guy, like Zico is doing right now.
He supports the guy.
Give me two.
But to be very honest, I think it's psychological. Like he needs to get it checked. He needs to talk to somebody. Maybe it could be from something traumatic that he has blocked.
Exactly, that's what I was about to mention.
So he doesn't know that this is exactly what he's doing.
Many a time it has been reported that many men lost their virginity to very older women who could be family members, family friends, and all of those things. And that is what I'm thinking. Zico, don't give me that side eye.
Please,
but I feel like that could be.
I didn't experience that. I didn't experience that.
Fine.
I didn't
sincerely
experience. I didn't experience that.
It could be like what this is.
And looking at where we find ourselves, mental health is not something we really take seriously.
In this
some people will say, well, what he's doing. Sorry, I know you're a pastor and all, but some will say pray about it. But I believe whilst you're praying about it, you should also seek help medically.
Go to an asylum. Let them take care of you.
It's very important.
Because whilst you're praying, and as it says, God would help those who help themselves. You figured that this is going on. Fine. Go through the spiritual route and also look at the physical route to find a solution to it. And I would also say he needs to communicate with his wife.
His wife,
You sit your wife down.
Make that woman come to the house again.
Sit your wife down. Talk to her. Okay, this is what we were doing when we were dating to the point where we got married. This is what I loved about you. But all of a sudden, I'm not getting that. What exactly is going on? What caused the change? Is it something I am not doing or something is going on with you that you feel you need to coil back into your shell? Or were you doing it because you wanted to impress me that much? As he said, when you're dating, you do anything. You'd stay up long nights talking 24/7. Even hanging up is a problem. Maybe you're busy doing something, but he says, oh, I'm at your door. You leave everything you're doing. You rush out to go see this person because you're in love.
Yeah.
So I think you need to sit your wife down, have that conversation with her. I know it might be very difficult, and explain to her that this is what we were doing. Right now, we are not doing that. Your mother is, in a way, like doing the things, yes, which shouldn't be so.
Yeah.
And I think the lady also needs to sit up and open her eyes.
Yes, because how are you not seeing all of these things?
How would you allow your mother
go out
with your husband to a club in the
and
first
every
place?
Time they are going, you say you are tired to go, you are not interested.
So if it was one
I would be standing in the middle of the two of you.
So if it was one of her girlfriends who was doing this, I'm sure a lot of alarms will be going off in her head.
Yeah.
So she should look at it that way. I get, yes, she's your mother and everything, but she has another lady. And let those same alarms go off. You should be very, like, observant in certain things. And I feel a lot of ladies, we really lack when it comes to that. When it is your friend, because you've heard stories, oh, this girl is trying to get my mind, you become all defensive. But you don't look at those really closest to you. Because I'm sure in her head, oh, it's her mom. If her mom is having such a relationship with her husband, then it's a good thing. Because in Africa, we know a lot of mother-in-laws
they don't get along,
not close to their son-in-laws. So if this is what is going on, oh, then it's a plus for me. It means my mom actually likes this guy. But you don't know what is going on in your mom's head. She's trying to destroy your marriage. She's trying to, and I feel she actually made the move.
She made the
lingerie.
She had everything planned out.
So she knew what she was doing. It could be she was even pretending to be drunk.
It could be. You see, now that we're thinking about it, we're exploring.
Because you are very drunk and you
still, like,
you are so drunk, but you were able to say, do you like what you see?
Yes.
And you were in a lingerie.
This is where I want to come in. When you get drunk or tipsy, let's say
the devil in you comes out of what?
Yes.
Are you drunk now?
Everything in the world becomes so beautiful. You get it?
Really?
Who lied to you?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm just telling you.
Well, I'm yet to experience that.
I'm just telling you. No. When
is that no?
Oh no. Oh, when you are boozed. Come on. Oh no. See, when you are boozed, it's different. Or when you are two-way over the bar, it's different. Okay. But when you hang in between the balance.
I want to see him drunk.
No, have you asked yourself from the club?
Yep.
How did they get to the
guest house?
Well, the guest house in the club.
So they took them to the guest house. To the guest house. Why not? But you know, this is a very, very exciting conversation.
Yep.
We went out of the studios and we spoke to some people. So, guys, you ready to see what other people had to say about this issue? Let's go.
We are hearing that this gentleman is developing feelings for his mother-in-law. What's your take on that?
It's a signal that there is a problem in the marriage.
Why are you married and trying to create a relationship, a sexual relationship with someone else?
Ghana, I'm ready. If you are developing feeling for your mother-in-law, I don't think the person is healthy. Maybe he has some psychological problems. And better still, he needs some psychological advice.
Where's idea? Say, Zabe, what do you mean? Yeah, my duty is a brand or yare. As I'm moving, you can move your pa because you're my media, basically, and Umewa.
It's a taboo. It's a taboo, so I don't know how the man will take.
So, where Mamma, the dent also when you're Conoma, where Mamma. Oh, yes, as a behavior agent, or say a gauche agent.
Not even anybody else, but with your mother-in-law. That's disgusting.
Because why worry oba? Say even so on pet abontin pie no kra na. Wan kasa kwe.
For such a person, I think you don't have to go for your mother-in-law, but go for an older person if you think you have feelings for older people.
I don't know, but it's a taboo to me. It's a taboo.
Someone can give one or more by one young Kubain. Na say, oh, I was there. Now I can get for an idea or require Nibibi.
And a pequan obefaso obey day, Uben in the Becassa, and Nibebano who said beer. Now copen wasi. Now so on so need you home. Hey, There we mususem.
Ne yere ne so mpia. Say obafia ne open na yere ne ye ma no. Nti why the maame no so opese oje ne bani kunu. Maame no so ono so ontwa yi.
However, it happens when two people are in a place for a long time. They tend to get closer. They tend to like or dislike certain behaviors or attitude, but it's still uncalled for because you're married. You're supposed to stay with your partner, and talk of going with your partner's mother, that's bad, and he needs to stop.
He's saying that his wife no longer dresses sexy and she's the indoor person. What do you think he should do about that, if that is going to cure his feelings for his mother-in-law?
Well, I think the wife will need some grooming, in-house grooming, and how to keep his husband glued to her. I think that's what should be done.
And I'm more of an so we did the one as OCC. Who sees in a wild and there's not Mrs. No Sissy. Tied up as ocean, why is Ottomano, no Kama, maybe could be an ordinary.
What we must also know is that the more you build intimacy with somebody, the more you develop love for the person. So the man must rather appeal to the woman, meet her, and then have a good discussion. And then also he should be able to disassociate himself from the mother-in-law. And then I think that what they need to do is that the man actually need to sit the wife down, either at dawn or at the appropriate time that they can have that kind of intimacy and have a discussion. I think that if the woman is not going out with the man, then I think there is something that the woman is not getting attracted to. So when they are able to sit down and talk, then the woman will be out with her feelings and will be able to tell the man why she's not able to go out with him.
Because there's no need also when you feelings I was one in the bar and and then also something can say on the sea and I say no on your neighbor I'm a face who and change no one nothing can I'm no mammy was said it and we are certain whole crowd me walk on my India or one idea one year cry and then yes my pa
was the minimum they mean to me yes sir. Now me who be autis answer Mr. Nupa because a busism now I've been papa in the team.
In today's
now,
story,
one of the things that was running through all of the people speaking was that as a man, and I really hope that whoever wrote this story to us is watching right now. Just know that, just dissociate yourself from your mother-in-law. Okay, you think you're in love, but it's a whole different ball game altogether.
Yeah, it's demonic.
It isn't. And now we're moving to the comments we had on social media when the story was first posted. And the first comment says, "My brother, pray for your marriage if you love your wife the way you claim to. Seek God through prayer and find counsel from your fellow brothers who you can trust. You can't fight this one alone. Also, please work on your communication with your wife. She will dress up for you if you asked, I'm sure. Effective communication will prevent this in future. All the best." And our Grace Child says, "You better run away from her and clear that stupid thoughts from your head and flee from her before it becomes generational curse. Think of your children to come. How this curse is going to affect them. What your mother-in-law is doing is pure witchcraft. It's a demonic operation. Oh, run, my dear, run. Please join Alpha Hour to pray and let's go."
I was just about to say
Pastor
that.
Elvis.
Glory says,
Shout out.
"What you feel for your mother-in-law is lust. It won't last." Hey, that's bars.
Yeah.
It's lust. It won't last. Pray and ask the Holy Spirit for help. You can also buy the kind of clothes you want for your wife. It will encourage her to wear them. Tell her. And who said you and your wife can't have fun at home? By the way, there's more to life than just partying. Chop says, "How did she get a lingerie? Y'all went clubbing and she packed a sexy lingerie just in case." Wow. So you can see that it is planned.
It was planned.
Tony says, "How can a mother-in-law make advances?" Wait, where is the father-in-law in all of this? If she's a single mother, then maybe I would say she misses her young self and you brought that out in her. But for you guys to keep going out together and having fun while in your mind you knew something was up, this is wrong. Dude, just keep this to yourself and set boundaries. But act as if nothing happened, because this will break your wife's heart. You are your wife's family. If she gets to find out, then she will not have... You are your wife's family. If she gets to find out, then she will not have a family. The alcohol brought out that part in you guys. Also, why did you get the same room and not separate? It's not right. My advice is to talk to your mom about what happened and for it not to happen again. The feeling you're feeling is just lust, and that's not going to help in any way. There is nothing to gain in being with your mom. Sex, hook up from time to time behind your wife. Is that what you want? You shouldn't think about what could be. Just stop it. Jackie says, this story no clear. We're from lingerie. Emery says, why is the mother-in-law 30 years or younger? Because I don't think for once that I'll ever feel attracted to my mother-in-law. Bro, it's lust. Flee. Nanekia says, man, don't chop already. That's the reason it's already hunting you, because where did she get the lingerie? You got to explain, no evidence. Lionel says, you sound outspoken and confident, yet you can't pull same energy to have a candid conversation with your wife regarding her dressing and reluctance to spice up your marriage. Sweet Sam says, this generation is getting worse. Hey, who am I to judge? But dude, get a grip of yourself before you destroy your family. Akosia says, you have to prevent your mother-in-law from coming there ever again. Miss VM says, you're just being a big child. Man, wise up before you destroy your world with just a moment of unnecessary pleasure. You're blessed with a wife whom you admittably confessing to her priceless traits. Listen, talk to your wife with all the red flags you mentioned, bro, and you two can talk things out. It's a union, man. We know the jet, but just don't do this, man. Adobe says, first things first. Let's acknowledge the fact that this guy has always found his mother-in-law attractive besides the alcohol that had the best of him. Second of all, he knows he would have given in if his mother-in-law had given him the chance. Third, he's guilty because he knows he can't stop desiring the fine-ass old girl. Fourthly, he should have a serious conversation with his wife about how he fell in love with her gay, happy life, and how her being, well, I think he's trying to say how her being home and being, is driving the fun out of him. Black Girl TT says, the first mistake was even going out with your so-called mother-in-law all the time just because your wife was the opposite. Like, damn, didn't you even think about your wife's emotions for once? And that is the question that has been on everybody's lip. Why are you doing this and you're not even thinking about your wife? Are you a devil? Is the devil taking over you, my dear? You need to seek for prayers, and you have to do a contract. The people that were going to the Atria Mountain, you should have joined them to go. But guys, let's assume, and I'm going to give you we're going to do an assumption game. Let's assume that he's listened to us and he's decided that he doesn't want to have anything like that to do with his mother-in-law anymore. What are the next steps he should take?
Number one, don't tell your wife.
Okay, why do you say so?
Ever. Don't even discuss it. Let it be that secret you take to your grave. And it's not wickedness, it's not heartlessness, it is wisdom. Because you see, the question to ask yourself is, this woman, if she hears this, what next? It's not just about, I can't be in this anymore, divorce though. The woman herself, the emotional trauma she's going to deal with, can you stand it? Will you be able to endure what you're going to put her through? And if she's even trying to hold this marriage by trust, can she ever trust you again? If it's even my mother that you're able to do this with, can we, when we start having children and we are all busy with work, can we have a house help? Can we have, there's so many things that she can never, if even your own biological sister comes to the house, she will have issues.
So if you have issues with your daughter
Your daughter, exactly.
It's like you, every woman, anything you
see, there are things, that's what I'm saying, there are things you have to be intentional. And you have to seek help. There are things, it is not normal. It's not normal to fall in love with your mother-in-law. So if that feeling is coming, first of all, solve the issue by knowing that this is wrong. And as much as I'm feeling all this crazy stuff, so now that he has written this whole story, it is enough for him to know that, okay, for me to be able to be bold enough to send this story across, then I'm ready to end this. Okay, then I'm ready to end this. I'm sorry. You call us brother. Okay, so brother, at this juncture, you need to once not tell your wife. Two, everything with your mother-in-law ends. If there's anything she needs, we will send it to her. We will send it. If she needs anything, Mama, please, if you need me, my mom is very close to my wife, extremely close. And there are things that she will call my wife and ask her, even before my wife. So I know they have that rapport. But I called her once and said, Ma, if you need anything from our side, I am your son. My wife don't know by me, I am your son. Call me, because you know the funny thing, if you call my wife, she tells me first before she does it. So there's no point. It makes me feel stupid that I can friend or friend me then my wife will now tell me before I now like. So she understood it that way. There are certain things you need to do, and you need to just do it and do it well.
Do it well.
Number 2, he has to know that this is a crazy generational case. I was counseling a lady. She told me point blank that the problem is this: in their family, grandfathers sleep with granddaughters. Not father and daughter, grandfathers, granddaughters. Wow. That is it. And as she's talking to me now, her grandfather is on her like that. She's vowing, say, but anytime she sees a grandfather's picture or something, she's craving for the man. I'm telling you.
Hey.
So
wow.
she had to delete all those things. So who said the devil has taken over? So even if you don't want, there is a craving that you don't.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I totally
so like Esther said,
the
guy should seek both spiritual help and yes, because sincerely,
Listen, I want to put you in this weird position where you are the wife now. He has come to tell you what happened. Just briefly tell us, what are the next steps as a wife?
Oh, slap first one. I'm just.
I'll be very angry.
No, slap. Just say first one. Slap.
A slap is easy. You might end up picking something to hit him in the head, which might end him up in the hospital. But honestly, when you come back, we'll continue. One, yes, I'll be very angry, very disappointed.
Extremely.
Not just in him and my mom, but also in myself for allowing this to get this far. I'd also be thinking, what could I have done differently? So I'll say this is also a wake-up call for the lady to sit up. Do the things that makes him interested.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to go out.
Yeah.
In this generation, I've been seeing a lot of videos on social media where people are having indoor dates.
And they're beautiful.
Where you go out of your way to make things look so beautiful. Somebody would go hire like
those decors,
yes,
sip and
or get
paint and
a
all
projector.
Of those,
you want to watch a movie with your wife.
Project it on your
Get
wall.
all the kids out of the house.
You and
your wife alone. Try to recreate certain things. Maybe
I don't want you to give him all the apple, or how do I say?
He needs it.
He needs the apple.
I beg you, he needs it.
So all the apple is going to come into our segment. We are gradually drawing the curtains on the show, and that is why I want you to put more of the apple in there. And this segment is called "Look Into My Eyes." So guys, it's now time for "Look Into My Eyes." All you're going to do is to look directly into your cameras. Directly into it, like I am looking into mine right now, and then you say your advice to them. Are you ready?
Okay.
This is mine. Okay.
Starting with you, very brief. We have just 5 minutes left, so very brief. All right, so guys, we're back. Are you ready? Let's go.
All right, so this is what I said to you. So this is what I said to you. I want you to understand one thing clearly. Stay away from what will bring you trouble. When you know clearly this is trouble. And be intentional about it, number one. Number two, your wife is a raw material. And you need to just use that raw material for whatever you want. If you want to party around, lead her into it. If you want to stay home and party, don't give excuses for whatever you want to do. Your wife is your package. She's your raw material. She's that tree. You can make a furniture out of it. You can get rubber out of it. You can make it. Just make it and let it work. Don't be looking at a tree and be holding an axe. That's what you're doing. Make something out of it. She's your queen. make her happy. But like I said, do not tell her what has happened. It will break her. Unless you know her so much that she can be able to get out of it. But if not, don't tell her. It's best to take that to your grave and make things work now. Let mother-in-law stay home. Home. Or she can go to her mother-in-law's house.
You should go and continue it there.
Yeah.
SNM, your word of advice.
Okay, so for me, I'd advise you seek help, because clearly you need a lot of help. You need to talk to your wife. So I'm sure if you're going for counseling or seeing a psychologist, it'll be best after some time to go with your wife. I get that Danny is saying don't tell your wife, but I feel it might eat you up also inside. So seek help, communicate with your wife, talk to her, and find solutions to solving your issues that you're having at home. And yes, please, stay far, far, far away from your mother-in-law. Like, if, let's say, she says she's coming over and you have nothing doing, I beg, find something doing. Go out. Just like, try to stay away. Find something else doing. If she's in the house and you're seeing that she's getting too comfortable, please flee. Or if possible, I don't know, sack it. Yes, sack it, please.
That's it. Sack her. And then SNM has told you. But for me, I think as a woman, it will be very painful to know that your husband is sleeping with your mother. And if you're watching as I think that, I am of the conviction that whatever you can to end this, please do so. And if you can't, just divorce. The Bible doesn't agree on divorce, but this is extreme grounds for divorce. But that's about it for today's show. I hope we were able to mend this pen to the best of our abilities. I'm getting a little down because the story hurts me. But before we go, Betway says I should remind you that Ayesoko, the Akosombo Dam may be big, but Betway's cash out is bigger. Our enhanced early partial and cash out feature lets you cash your bets out early, cash out a portion of your ongoing bets, or even sets your bets to cash out automatically. All this to give you way more control over every thrilling bet you place. Sign up today at betway.com.ga. Terms and conditions apply. Remember, this is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Betway, get way more. So guys, we have come to the end of today's show, and it wouldn't have been possible without Telecel Ghana, Betway, and Nax Calabash and Cocktail. Today I'm angry with Zico. I'm angry with him. But to our crew backstage, thank you so much. Our director, our producer, the camera guys, the sound guys, thank you so much. We'll see you same time next week, 8 p.m. on the dot. Don't forget you can send all your comments, your opinions, your reactions to our WhatsApp number or our social media platforms. My name still remains Yabita Chale. We go crush.